Peninsular Pest Control has served homes and businesses in Northeast Florida since 1954. This family-owned and operated business is continually recognized and awarded for outstanding customer service, receiving annual Super Service Awards from Angie's List and the Bold City's Best Award from Jacksonville.com. Schedule a free consultation by phone or online at CritterGetter.com. Remember, Peninsular is your Critter Getter.
Just because we're keeping our distance doesn't mean the music has to stop. Introducing Live from Home, Live Nation's all-new virtual hub, updated daily with live streams, exclusive artist content, new music, and more, keeping you connected to your favorite artists. Go live now at livenation.com/livefromhome.
Listen, there are tons of businesses that are staying open, and they want to make sure that their operation is as safe and healthy as it can be for any and everyone. And there's now a company that's making its way around town, and they are killing the COVID viruses for these local businesses. It's called EnviroMasters, and they kill germs that kill your business. They have a SaniGuard service that's a hospital-grade disinfectant, registered and to kill COVID-19. All the COVID viruses. 4 dozen others, every type of flu and MRSA and Hep and norovirus, all of them for the health of you, your staff, your customers, and your family, you business owners, business decision makers. EnviroMaster gives local business peace of mind in these unusual times. They have other services, hand sanitizers and stuff like that. They're environmentally friendly. That means they destroy germs and disease, but no harm to the people of the environment. So if you're a business locally, call EnviroMasters today at 683-6399, 683-6399.
Ackerman Urology has the latest options for improving men's health and vitality. Our board-certified urologists treat prostate disease and sexual health issues to ensure your confidence and wellness. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Home of the Jaguars, WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
With your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm B4 1010XL. This update brought to you by Woody's Barbecue. The big news in the NFL yesterday, Rob Gronkowski out of retirement and out of New England. Gronk reuniting with Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. The Bucs acquire Gronkowski and a 7th-round pick in exchange for a 4th-round pick going to New England. Meanwhile, tomorrow night is the NFL Draft. Join us 6 to midnight for the Jaguars NFL Draft Special with Frank Frangie, Jeff Lageman, and Tony Baselli. You can listen to 1010XL at home, on your PC or laptop by visiting 1010XL.com, on your smart device by downloading the free 1010XL or 92.5 apps, or say, Alexa, open 1010XL skill. It's 8 o'clock and 60 degrees, time and temperature, brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Dallas selects Emmitt Smith, running back from Florida.
So Dallas is obviously prepared to dig in and get just a marvelous back from Escambia, Florida. Emmitt Smith, a true junior. Consensus first-team All-American, averages 145 yards rushing a game. Led the team in receiving last year as well with 21 catches. A guy who averages 5.6 yards a carry for his career, 36 touchdowns. And Emmitt Smith, if I'm not mistaken, Mel, 8,800 yards rushing in high school?
Yeah, he was. That's 30 years ago, by the way.
Yeah,
the E-Train went out to Dallas and promptly led the NFL and set a career record for rushing yards.
Well,
so,
we
what a
played
wonderful
it.
career.
We played it because we went through the annals of the draft, and when it was held on April 22nd in the history, we've determined that that's our favorite guy to ever be drafted on April 22nd.
It's true.
8 o'clock hour. It's the Drill Bit Bracket Challenge presented by the Edge Group. Need to sell your property fast? Call them at 904-474-5851. Almost 500 votes. We still have 27 minutes to go. RoboTiger 51.6. Breakfast with Baselli 48.4. And I think
Well, the Drill has endorsed RoboTiger, which is kind of rare.
Wow.
Yeah, but they've received our official like it's coming from
wow,
some news outlet. But yeah, the Drill has.
What happened?
Well, he's just been so important. He's so fun, and quite frankly, we've decided we had a meeting that we like RoboTiger more than Breakfast with Baselli.
Even after he fired these salvos earlier today.
This is why we love him. This is fair, and this is why he has been endorsed. So down the home stretch, feel free to vote for who you want to.
No.
But we are here in studio endorsing Robo Tiger for the win today.
Well. Once again I meet my mortal enemy on the field of battle. Maybe my matrix is scrambled, but I would have sworn I already took this bastard out in the Sweet 16. Oh well, one more opportunity to put on my John Lynch mask, and deny the big fella what he desires the most. Seriously. What has this guy even done since 2001? Stole a bunch of money from Bob McNair. Opened some burger joints. Lost weight so fast we thought he was dying. Got put in the pride of the Jaguars? Whoop-de-doo. To his credit, Tony did get elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame recently. Wait. I'm sorry, my producer is telling me that was Kevin Mawai. Or was it Steve Hutchinson? Anywho. I can't relate to that struggle. I was a lock for the Hall before I was even built. Some people, or in my case robots, just walk in the light, I guess. I heard that today is the 25th anniversary of Tony getting drafted by the Jaguars. Congratulations, big man. You may never get to Canton, but at least you will always be less of a failure than Kijana Carter. Do the right thing, Googans. Vote for your boy Robo Tiger. Love you to pieces. Peace out.
Well, there you have it. So Robo Tiger throwing some salvos earlier today, and we'll see how this all turns out. We got about 25 minutes or so left in this one. All right, some late answers to some late questions about the NFL draft, Jeff Prosser. Joe Burrow is going to be number one, right? And Kuiper says, never say never, but it's as close as anything, 99%.
I think it's 100.
I do too. Are the Dolphins still the favorites to land Tua? No. That tide is turned. There's a lot of buzz around Miami preferring Justin Herbert, which means he could be the pick at 5. That leaves Tagovailoa for the Chargers at 6. Still, unless a team trades up, the Dolphins hold the cards here. I have Tagovailoa rated higher on my board, but there are several teams that prefer the 6'6" Herbert. Stay tuned because this could be a smokescreen. I think if you have injury concerns, I get it to a point.
If your Dolphins pass on Tua, they get what they deserve.
Well, thank you.
If you take, and by the way, here's another little shady, little dark secret to the whole NFL draft evaluation part. Everyone's got a dog in the fight. Everyone who comments on a player has some self-interest. In other words, if you go to Lane Kiffin, of course he's going to tell you how he found Tua and he thought he was the next Steve Young. But to that point, I saw Kiffin on SportsCenter today. I'm the guy still watching SportsCenter every day, by the way.
Okay.
And he said that Tua is the most accurate quarterback he's ever been around.
Yeah.
At any level.
Yeah.
So that means something. I don't think he's lying. Tua's arm strength is good. Yeah, there are injury concerns. The league is going to make a mistake if they sleep on Tua, in my opinion. Now, there are plenty that say that he's not the answer.
It's going to be interesting. Which quarterback goes first, Justin Herbert or Jordan Love? It's going to be Herbert. My pal Todd McShay is going to have to pay his $5,000 bet to the V Foundation. Herbert has a chance to go in the top 5. Love is likely to be picked in the teens. Is there a dark horse team that could take a quarterback in round 1? Has to be the Raiders, according to Mel. Pierce set with Carr and Mariota, but Gruden and Mayock could easily move on from them in 2021. Who's the safest pick in this draft? Clemson defender Isaiah Simmons. I call him a defender because he can play multiple positions. He's 6'3", 238, rare athleticism, 4.39 40 at the combine, top-ranked outside backer, but has played some safety in college. Could Washington deal number 2, or is Chase Young all the way? It's Young all the way. I'd be shocked if the Redskins traded the pick. Is there a clear second-best edge rusher? It's LSU's K'Lavon Chaisson, a tremendous athlete who might be best suited to play outside in a 3-4 defense. Had only 9.5 sacks in his college career, but a team could bet on the upside that he flashed when he picked up 5 sacks in his last 4 games.
I mean, that's just, you know what that sounds like to me?
Who?
The classic bait-and-switch prospect. If I had to pick a guy that I think is probably going to be overdrafted, I would say a guy who you're basing on his last 4 games as draft spot.
Who are the other defenders I need to know in round 1? The top 2 defensive tackles, Brown and Kinlaw, could each be picked in the top 10.
And I'd say one of them will be a complete miss.
There could be 2 middle linebackers in the first round, Patrick Queen and Kenneth Murray. Safety, Alabama's Xavier McKinney and Antoine Winfield, both likely to be picked in the first round. Which team is most likely to trade up in this draft? I heard that Atlanta really wants to get one of the top corners. Jeff Okudah likely off the board in the top 5. C.J. Henderson has been rising in recent weeks. He might not make it to the Falcons at 16.
He won't make it to the Falcons at 16. Dan, I get a really stinging suspicion that if he's there and the Jags hold their spot, they're going to take C.J. Henderson 9.
Which team is most likely to trade down? Jacksonville has 12 picks,
well, they
including
could go
2
to
in the
Atlanta's
first
spot.
round. But it also has several holes. I could see the Jags trading down in round 1, particularly if somebody, Jordan Love is still on the board, and teams want to move up to get a quarterback. Keep an eye on the Niners. I bet you bottom dollar. The Niners go 13-31 and then go in the 5th round. So I think they'll trade one of those to get some second-round, third-round picks. Over under 6 wide receivers in round 1. This is a tough one. Let's call it a push. Here are my 6. Judy, Lamb, Ruggs, Jefferson, Ayuk, and T. Higgins. Ayuk is the late riser.
I heard his name early.
Yeah.
It's hard with here where we live and what we follow. When you talk about the Ayuks and the Chenaults and those guys from the Pac-12 and out west, it's hard. You didn't see them.
Will there be a wide receiver drafted in the top 10? I gave Judy to the Jags at 9 in my 2-round mock draft. So,
did you see Arizona State play at all this year?
I saw him in that Sun Bowl. That's about it. Who are the hottest names in the draft? I'll give you 2 wide receivers, Brandon Ayuk and Justin Jefferson, another one. And I don't think Jalen Hurts makes it out of round 2. He could be the 5th quarterback off the board. What should Tom Brady want to see the Bucs do in round 1? Tackle, right? Yeah. Upgrade at right tackle at number 14. Now, they might trade up with the Jags to get to 9 because those 4 tackles could be gone. I don't know that one of them.
Of course, the Jags could use one of those too. I don't know trading to 14 how that helps you.
Yeah.
Although
it helps you if you get another pick and then you can take Cam Akers or whatever.
Well, and it also helps you in that it frees you up for taking one of those 3 receivers. There doesn't seem like you're pushing any boundaries. Yeah. That's right. Right. Most of the time, those receivers are going between like 11 and 15. All 3 of them.
Which prospect will be drafted higher than most think? There are a few corners that could get overdrafted because teams crave starting corners. I only gave first-round grades to Okudah and Henderson, but watch out for A.J. Terrell and Utah's Jalen Johnson. Which prospect will go lower than he should? One of my favorites is Texas Tech linebacker Jordan Brooks. Oh, I know the one I wanted to ask you guys about. And Dave has done this before, Caldwell, and it's worked. The injured guy who was going to be a big-time prospect, the kid from Virginia, the corner from Virginia. Yeah. They all said he was going to be like probably a first-round pick before the injury. Well, he's had an injury, but why wouldn't you? I would take a shot on him in the second round.
Well, they did it with Miles Jack.
Like, if I didn't get a corner, I would go get Bryce Hall at 42.
And you might get him even if you do get a corner.
Yeah.
I mean, golly, that seems like I'm with you. That is an especially attractive strategy in a year like this for the Jags. And what I mean is, first of all, you have a lot of picks. And second of all, there's not a big expectation to win next year. So, if you do draft Bryce Hall in round 3 with the intent on letting him sit a year, it's not the end of the world because you have so many more picks. So I would be okay with that.
A couple others. You're in a draft room. Who's the guy you're pounding the table for when day 2 begins? Louisiana's Robert Hunt, big-time guard, and Texas A&M defensive tackle Justin Madubuike, untapped potential as an interior pass rusher. So those are some of the questions.
It's funny you bring that Madubuike name up, and it is funny. We always seem to apply this directive when it suits us. And what I mean is, well, why are you going to take I'm not taking a receiver at 10. I can get one in round 3.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not taking Derek Brown in round 3. I can get Madubuike in round 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that applies to everyone. And I will say this, too. This is like the most misleading period all year in the NFL. It's more misleading than a 21-0 halftime lead by a winless team against an undefeated. And it's proven. That's why it can be said almost like as fact rather than opinion. But at the end of the day, go back through the drafts. Go every year and look at the top 10. And I promise you, all 10 of those players drafted were being talked about like we're talking about. Like we talk about the Jags hitting number 9, what position should they take? Well, first of all, All these names we're mentioning, half of them aren't going to be worth picking at 9. They're going to be a bust. They're going to be somebody you shouldn't have taken.
Mm-hmm.
And you can either look at the Jags and what they've done or just look at I went back to the 2015 draft.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we just assume Joe Burrows can't miss, don't we?
Sure.
Well, the first 2 picks in the draft in 2015 were both Heisman winners. They were both one won a national title, the other went to the championship game. And Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota 5 years later don't even have a starting job. Right. Dante Fowler Jr. went 3rd in that draft. Yeah. But it's like that every year.
Yeah.
If you would you agree with this? If you take a guy in the top 10, for him to be a good draft pick, he's got to be a Pro Bowl player. He has to be. If you have a top 10 pick, you have to pick a guy whose ceiling is going to be Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
I think.
You'd like, yeah.
But you go back through the draft year in and year out, it's 50-50 on whether they ever make a single Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
So, enjoy this optimism right now because you're going to get the guy you want and he's going to suck. That happens. So, the Jags better get that. That's why at 9, really trust best player available because if you don't and you go with best player at a position available, you may really, hurt yourself in the long run.
Taiwan, the country of Taiwan, I see this on Twitter, is broadcasting with commentators under 7 baseball games. Trending? Oh, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. And
Desperate times, Dan.
Oh, okay. You have a clip from Mel Kiper Jr.
Yeah, he does that first draft podcast.
Yes.
And I had one yesterday, and as he was running through all the the nuggets and things he's hearing, he had a specific note, a rumor he's hearing that's been reported before, but again, gaining more steam of a potential trade back for Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville probably. I thought Jerry Jeudy, but C.J. Henderson's going to be tough to pass up, and I keep hearing, Chris, that they could make a trade at 9 and go down to 16 with Atlanta. Atlanta jump up to get Henderson, and Jacksonville moves down to 16, and they have 16 and 20.
And what?
Yeah, and what?
A second rounder?
It better be a second rounder to go that far. Or next year's first. They still, by the way, don't forget this. Jack's still with the Rams first rounder next year. You got to make hay right here, man. And again, it's easy to be a little bit pessimistic because, the same people that have been in charge the last 8 years of mediocrity at best are still in charge with the rebuild. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but whatever. While you were reading that column, Dan,
Beef, can you tell me what Atlanta has as far as their draft? I'd like to know what pick, because that's 16 they pick, Atlanta?
They pick 16.
So that's 7 spots.
Yeah, you got to get a lot for that. Next year's first or a second and third.
They have the only round they have multiple picks is the 4th. They have their first, 16, their second, which is 47th.
47.
Their third at 78. They have 2 in the 4th, and then no other picks until round 7.
Yeah, I'd like either next year's first or and a 4th or like 47th.
So 16 and 47 doesn't make you want to slide back 7 spots?
It might.
I think you could get 47 and like a third rounder next year.
Who am I getting at 16 though?
Any of those receivers if you want them.
Possibly.
Maybe not.
Kinlaw probably.
He was saying he thinks the Bucs snag Jefferson at 15.
Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I think
put him in the slot.
I think. Oh my God! Can you imagine that?
Tampa's
they're taking a tackle.
They have to.
But they won't get one at 14. Those 4 tackles will be gone by 14. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I think so
guarantee
too.
you.
Here's the thing, though, Hick. You're telling me the receivers are going to be gone, the tackles, they can't all be gone.
There's 4 tackles,
they will be.
3 receivers.
Okay, you're also telling me Kinlaw is going to be gone. Is what I'm saying. Everybody I throw at you're saying it isn't going to be there.
I'm telling you.
You also have 3 quarterbacks minimum. They're going to be gone.
2.
No, 3 minimum by then. 3 of those guys are going by 16.
We'll look at this USA Today mock real quick. All right, so Burrow, Young. Let's see who's like 16. Okudah, Wills, Thomas, Tua, Simmons, Wirfs, Brown, Becton, Lamb, Judy. He has New England trading up to 13 to get Herbert. Kinlaw at 14.
So, right, but that's right there.
Yeah, but he's gone.
Well,
Ruggs gone. They're all gone.
I can find mock drafts where Kinlaw's at 20. That's what I'm saying.
I will bet you a dime bet
Kinlaw
won't be at 20.
I bet you a dime bet that somebody's going to be around lower than you think. That's my point. It's I don't know where Kinlaw's going to go.
These are the guys who are there at 16. All right? Chason, Love, Terrell, Diggs, McKinney, Jefferson. You tell me when you
Jefferson. There you go. That's what I would
who you take.
Yeah.
Okay.
From who you told me so far, but that's in line with what I would take if I was 9-20.
Yeah. I'm just saying this thing is. If you go down to 16, you're losing out on
your top
like in
receiver
this
pick.
one, Derek Brown fell to 9. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, but again, offensive tackles are huge, and there are 4 really good ones. I am quite confident the offensive tackles will be gone. Like, I don't know how to make this. Well, I think one thing I want to do either later today or tomorrow, I've got some prop bets.
Okay.
And
like
we're
the
going to
number
start
of positions.
We're going to go $100 on each prop bet that we decide we're going to decide that we're going to bet on.
Okay.
And we're going to see how we do, and if we do well, then next week
we're going to start betting sim games.
We're going to start betting.
We're just going to degenerate in the pandemic here and self-isolation for
us.
us.
We're in a pandemic. We're in isolation. We need something to keep us going at night. We're going to gamble, and we're going to try to win back all the money that we've lost due to the crashing stock market.
Also, if people don't have anything to do, well, we're going to socially distance, set up a couple of little stations here around our radio station where you could pitch pennies over in the northwest corner of the building. We're also going to be rolling dice back in the back parking
lot. But the
lot.
house keeps.
We keep it all.
We keep every 10%.
Well, we rake. It's the rake is what we're going to take.
Yeah, we're going to be like Will Ferrell and Amy
for sure
Poehler.
Take the rake. Yeah.
What if we set this place up? And right here at the table to the left of us, we set up the blackjack table.
Well, the problem is right now the station's not allowing us to have visitors, so we're going to have to set some stuff up outside.
Let me ask you a question.
Have you ever been to the Golden Nugget in Vegas? They've got like poolside blackjack. There's nothing like it.
Can I ask you a question?
That's a little bit of heaven to me. Poolside blackjack.
Is there anybody here right now?
I know.
Would they ever know?
No. Well, they would because we got big mouths.
Oh.
Tomorrow will be the perfect day to do it as we celebrate our non-Vegas vacation.
Yes.
What a screw job we got on that one. Listen, while you found that Mel Kiper column yesterday, I found a column I really enjoyed. I'm going to just encapsulate it with some of my favorite parts of the column.
Yeah.
But it's really interesting. And I know this is just some of what falls into a reporter's lap when he's covering the draft day after day, week after week leading up to it, right?
Okay.
But it was interesting. There were some really fascinating factoids, but there was a column on ESPN, Inside the 2020 Draft Class, 50 Facts You Didn't Know.
Okay.
And it's just some really neat stuff here. So we'll just encapsulate it within a big, large Shazam Spotlight. Brought to you by Shazam Auto.
By the way, can I jump in?
.com.
I got 9 minutes to go. 50.1 to 49.9. Breakfast with Pacelli, Robo Tiger.
Wow. Coming down the stretch.
50.1 for Breakfast with Pacelli, 49.9 for
Perhaps
our friend
should
Robo.
we rescind the
You might have GSJ'd us.
Yeah, should we rescind our backing of Robo Tiger, our endorsement of Robo Tiger? Stay with it. So this is for us. All right, Guggen Nation. We are endorsing Robo Tiger in this matchup. If you don't get him to the Final Four, you may lose your favorite radio program. That's all I'm going to say.
That's not a threat. That's a promise.
I mean, I'm just kidding you. You either do what we say. Have we imposed our will on one matchup this entire bracket?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, we have endorsed Robo Tiger. I hope you have the sense to understand what that means.
600 votes.
We've already made the arrangements. If you don't get Robo in, we're bringing in Robin Lundberg.
Enjoy Amy, what's her face?
Yeah.
Amy Lauren, enjoy her tomorrow.
Oh.
We're going to replay her show 4 hours every morning.
Wow.
See how that works for you.
Wow.
Maybe she can get Baselli on. Apparently anyone can. All right, here we go. The Shazam Spotlight are these, and I won't give all 50, obviously, but there are some really interesting ones here. Your boy K'Lavon Chaisson? You ready for this?
Yeah.
Some say second-ranked edge rusher.
Uh-huh.
He's playing football by chance, Dan. He wasn't playing varsity football in high school. He went to LSU's football camp to support a friend. He wasn't even planning on participating. With borrowed shorts, cleats, and helmet, he left with an offer. And now he's going to be a first-round pick. Just went with one of his buddies. Hey, man, I got to go to LSU camp. Why don't you come with me? All right, he just sat there. That kid's big. Put some shoes on, son.
Josina Anderson is reporting again, and we've seen this before. I don't know. This is her, though. She's reporting that Percy wants to come back.
Percy Harvin?
Yeah.
He's too old, dude.
Yeah.
Percy does not look in football shape at all. He
says he's good. He says he's 185 pounds, and
how
see him
old
running
is Percy?
Running up the swamp.
Look, he's dominating a ramp.
Well, then you know what? If you're the Jags, then give it a whirl.
Yeah,
I find it funny how all these weed smokers want to come back in the league now that the rules have changed. Does anyone else notice that? Anyone else draw that conclusion when Gronk decided, oh, yeah, I just want to play with Tom?
By the way, Percy's 31.
Well, the kind of quick twitch, speed first athlete he was, that matters being 31 versus 24. Here's a good one. These Shazam factoids about the draft class. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker at Oklahoma, performed CPR on a woman who was bleeding and unconscious in the middle of the street. He saved her life. He told no one. It became public only because someone from Oklahoma school newspaper happened to be driving by and recognized Murray.
Wow.
Ross Blacklock,
yes,
the big defensive tackle. His father is Jimmy Blacklock, and you may not know the name, but you would know he played and coached the Harlem Globetrotters. Do you remember Jake Fromm? Have you heard this story? I hadn't heard this before, which I'm surprised. You know Jake Fromm was on that Warner Robins Georgia team in the Little League World Series?
Yes.
Hit 3 home runs and struck out 11 of 18 that he faced.
Yeah.
Fromm is an interesting one. Boy, just 1 year ago, he was seemed like a lock first rounder. I wonder where he ends up going. Let's see. They had a wide receiver, Antonio Gandy Golden. He had 1,400 receiving yards at Liberty, but he's very well-rounded. You ready? He can do a Rubik's Cube in a minute. He can do a full flip while catching a football, but maybe most impressive, my man Antonio Gandy Golden decided, I'll try bowling. 2 months later, had a 300 game.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that one.
There are a lot like this. So if you want to find that, I found that on ESPN. I went onto their draft header, and they've got these 50 interesting facts, and a lot of them are like that. It's a fascinating assortment of characters that are going in this year's draft. That's for sure. All right, it's a CPR Contracting Wednesday. CPR Contracting experts when it comes to concrete projects. So if your project has gone wrong or you want to make sure it doesn't pre-construction, then you need to contact and work with CPRcontracting.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL is open for business, and we're connecting you with other local businesses who are open as well. To find local businesses who are open and ready to help you during coronavirus closures, visit 1010XL.com.
J. David Tax Law is here to help individuals and businesses during the coronavirus event. With a $2 trillion stimulus package, the IRS has never been tasked with collecting more. New programs are available to reduce or eliminate your IRS or sales tax debt that will expire on July 15th, 2020. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777 or at jdavidtaxlaw.com.
Hi, this is Lisa the Botanista from the Freedom Boat Club, where we anchor your worries away. Freedom, that's what you deserve after a hard day's work. But you're still not sure about this whole no maintenance, no cleaning, no hassle boating and how it really works? So come to our open house this weekend, 10 to 4, take a free boat ride, talk to our members. Follow our Facebook page at Freedom Boat Club, Jacksonville, Jacksonville Beach, and St. Augustine to find out where you can get a free boat ride this weekend. Or check us out at freedomboatclub.com.
Odds are, when you're looking for the best plumbing service, it probably sounds something like this. Okay, Google, show me Roland Reach Plumbing. That's right. Roland Reach Plumbing is a Google guaranteed service, so you can be assured of work quality, background of employees, and the right service done on time, on budget. With satisfaction Google guaranteed. So for any plumbing issue, large or small, use the Bold City's best. Roland Reach Plumbing at plumberinjax.com.
I'm with Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville, and right now it's just a little bit of uncertainty out there, but this much I do know, Greg, if you're going to be out and about on your own, you need to be out and about on a Honda.
I tell you, in uncertain times, you need the dependability of a Honda. These are some great social distancing tools. We've got ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, all of which you can go out on your own, spend some quality time, and really enjoy the time off.
And the most important message, Greg, you are open for business. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 22nd, 1954, what was considered a long overdue innovation to the game of basketball finally happens as the NBA adopts the 24-second shot clock.
Woody's Barbecue is proud to support our frontliners, those who are standing up to the virus while we're safely protected. Remember them in this challenging time. See us at Woody's.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
I have to go to the gym and untangle my headphones while warming up on the treadmill. And I'll finally untangle them 4 miles later, at which point I'm gonna be real tired! Oh, yeah!
Motorcycles make everything exciting. And when Geico makes it easy to switch and save on motorcycle insurance, it's even more exciting.
And once I put my headphones in, I realize my phone's dead! Then I get to run in silence!
Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. Geico presents, not again, another voicemail from your roommate.
Hey man, so I was in a rush to get to work and I left the back door open. Could you shut it? I left it wide open. While you're there, could you also turn off the oven? And all of the burners. My mom never let me use the oven. I wonder why.
The Geico Insurance Agency could help keep your personal property protected, like if it's your roommate's first time operating an oven. Visit geico.com to see how easy it is to switch and save on renter's insurance.
Homeowners and business owners, if you need anything electrical done, trust the company that's been doing it in Jacksonville for nearly 40 years. American Electrical Contracting. They can take care of your electrical needs, just like they're taking care of me. The quality shows in the work they do, I promise you that. Residential and commercial, they do it all. Call 737-7770.
American Electrical Contracting. Wired right at a fair price.
Jeff Prosser here. Hadn't been a normal spring to this point, that's for sure. But, one place that is safe and nice to hang out, it's on your own patio. If you've got patio envy, Lifetime Enclosures open for business, and the cure for that, let them design the patio, lanai, sunroom, or screen enclosure of your dreams. Told you how happy my folks are with the work that they had done by Lifetime Enclosures. So visit now at Lifetime Enclosures, just south of Bay Meadows on Phillips Highway. Want to get out and about and beat this cooped up feeling? Just make sure to wash your hands. Set up a free estimate. You could receive a 20% off your qualifying purchase. Take the short walk, Lifetime Flooring next door, and tell them Jeff sent you.
Hi, folks. Frank Frangie here for Orange Environmental Services, the superstars at taking care of your pest control and your lawn. They mow our lawn, they treat our lawn, and they're the best in the business at pest control with Centricon Termite Protection. They are the superstars. I trust them. You should too. 272-3284. The superstars at taking care of your pest control and your lawn are Orange Environmental. Call them today at 272-3284.
Things seem to be different daily, but one thing you can always count on is the cold case at Daly's. Always convenient, always cold. Whether it's the king of beers, Natty Light, Stella, or Cigar City, a Goose Island or Bud Light Seltzer, dash into Daly's and grab one to go.
Pickin' here. Did you know that Roof It Right is now offering virtual or contactless appointments? As Florida's preeminent roofer, Roof It Right takes pride in keeping our communities safe. If you're having issues with your roof, go to roofitRightFL.com and schedule your contactless appointment today. Our workers have always been proud to serve our community during difficult times, so we're here if you need us. Roof It Right, so you can sleep at night. RoofItRightFL.com. That's RoofItRightFL.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Now, Brunch with the Tour. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. A better way to a better window. On 1010XL.
Well, it went down to the wire, but
I can't continue the program.
Breakfast with Baselli has
Such
knocked
shenanigans.
off and killed our bucket of bolts friend, Robo Tiger.
Shame on you guys that listen to some
loyal friend Robo's been through the years.
Some Twitter beg session from a would-be Hall of Famer. It's just so beneath the whole thing. Shame on you, Googa Nation. Shame on you, Tony Baselli, pleading for votes. You understand what this is?
My cell phone.
Stop it.
To run smack.
Correct. And by the way,
Call your new friend.
on the most disingenuous, traitorous of days, by the way. I mean, this guy's something else. I'm not. This bothers me right now. What just happened? My Robo Tiger's in the lead.
Yes.
And Baselli tweets at 8:15.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, you need to vote for me in a silly radio pool. And all the minions, their tongues hanging down to their nipples.
Breakfast with Baselli, 52.3.
Okay, whatever you want, big fella. Love you.
Robo Tiger, 47.7. 700 plus votes.
Hey, by the way, all you guys that did that and created this false narrative, you're not allowed to send in your tweets during Hall of Fame voting. I have to stand on his own in that one.
The Drill Bit Bracket Challenge presented by the Edge Group now goes to the last matchup of the day for the Final Four as we welcome in our friend Chris Reimer, who is dispatched in the field of 32. Beef, quips, and drop-ins with an early lead over the Friday 5-pack. Beef goes hard early on, and just 100 votes already in. Good morning, Christopher J. Reimer, Executive Vice President of the PGA Tour.
Good morning, Dan Hicken, and Tony Vaselli just continues his reign over the PGA Tour. First he knocks out Brunch of the Tour, now he knocks off Robo Tiger. It's humbling. It's disastrous. I never knew that Tony had such a
strong Twitter presence,
such a dominating presence over the world of golf.
Yeah. Well, he apparently he does, and he is victorious. And as he called the gloat, is that what we have happening?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Reimer, there you go. Do you have any questions to ask?
I mean, your segment got hijacked.
Your
Hey,
segment.
Reimer, I already took care of you. I already dominated you and put you in your place, and now that bucket of Robo Tiger, who's that? Yeah, he went down as well.
This just in. Hey, Robo Tiger's countered.
This is how we roll.
If he had, Robo Tiger has answered. He said if he had a Twitter page, he'd have won by 1 million.
Well, he's a bucket of balls. He's a has-been.
You know he's not real, Tony, right?
Hey, this is how I roll. This is how I roll.
Hey, did you do your workout this morning?
No.
Thank you.
Get out of here.
Thank goodness it wasn't the real Tiger, because he's already in the Hall.
Oh!
Hey, Reimer. Hey, Reimer. You know what? I don't even know why you didn't come on the show anymore, because you're a has-been. You and the Tiger.
This guy's unbelievable.
First of all, I dominated your
Hey, Reimer. Hey, Reimer, can we get your assurances? Hey, Reimer, can we get your assurances on one thing while you are still on the radio, that maybe you won't do the exact same time period on a competing radio station?
Oh!
Are you professional enough to do that for us?
Yeah, that was a miss. I didn't know. Oh my God, I was in Orlando.
All right. Well, congratulations to Big Bo.
Hey.
How are you going to feel about a matchup with Beef?
You better bring it against if Beef beats a Friday 5-pack.
That's going to be a bloodbath. Beef, there's going to be hurt feelings over this one.
This is suddenly.
Friday 5-pack should dominate.
My plan is when I advance to
By
the
the way,
Final
I
Four.
was right. The championship will be Monday. Tomorrow's the Final Four matchup.
Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday.
Oh, today's not Thursday?
Yeah.
My days are off.
My plan is when I advance to face Big Bo, I'm gonna step aside and I'm gonna let Kevin Mawai or somebody come in so I can assure my place in the finals.
Wow.
Shots flying.
We're going to the Hall of Fame?
That's what we're going to.
No, I haven't gone to that one.
Well, not you.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that's okay, Beef. That's all right. I mean, I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
And, I didn't never like Reimer, so I wasn't worried about
Oh, man.
Wow.
That's the nicest guy in the world. Hey, Chris, remember that at come TBC one year when there's some certain requests that needed.
Listen, my favorite Vaselli moment is still when I'm preparing for closing ceremonies. I've got live TV coming up, and there's Vaselli behind me. Hey, Reimer. Hey, man. How's it going? Reimer? like the only time I've ever been heckled by someone in the Ring of Honor, and honestly, it was a privilege. It was a privilege.
Hey, congratulations, Bo.
Thank you. And,
Get him out of here.
We'll see you tomorrow. You got a big one tonight. Hey,
patient.
Tony, I have a question. Does this date register with you as an anniversary at all, or is it just the not at all?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
All right. Well, it will now, I have a feeling. It'll be the day that you beat Robo Tiger.
Finally, he achieved something.
It'll be Robo Tiger.
All right. Congratulations.
25 years ago, I was drafted, and 25 years later, I kicked the crap out of a Robo Tiger.
Wow. What an honor. Trending up.
That's, all right.
All
right, Tony. Beef, who has more Twitter followers, you or Tony?
Definitely Tony Vaselli.
Really?
By a narrow margin, only like 38,000 more.
But most of his probably wouldn't respond to something so silly as whereas yours might all respond.
You would think
you need to start
through it.
You start mobilizing. Reimer, I'm sorry, we brought you on for your time to shine, and the big fella has just stepped all over you.
He's a bully. He's a bully, Reimer.
Where we are.
I know.
Where we are in the sports world.
Yeah.
We got to make news out of anything. So
yeah.
I'm anytime I can have Tony Vaselli on, share the spotlight, I'm more than happy.
Well, let's ask you this though: what is the buzz? How many meetings? What are we? Is everybody on board? We're planning out the year. We've presented a calendar now, and we're sticking firm to that. And away we go.
Yeah, I think the work now is to prepare for the different contingencies of what might happen. We announced last week, shortly after I was on with you guys, we released our schedule, which has us returning.
You had it right there in front of you. You could have told us could have told us the schedule.
He didn't deny it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
Reimer, I know you guys don't have authority over, but should we be bothered by just, I guess, the strict cash play by the British Open to cancel just so they could get their warranty check? And meanwhile, the PGA Tour starting a month before a major that will be canceled. Have there been any how much conversation exists between the PGA Tour and those outlets that run the majors?
A ton of conversation for the announcement that went out 2 weeks ago, which was the announcement of the different dates. That was a joint press release by all the governing bodies. So that was the RNA, Augusta National, USGA, PGA of America.
British is canceled for the year, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. It's canceled. And then going back to your original question, Dan, was just we're going through all the different possibilities of fans, no fans, hospitality clients, no hospitality clients. Do you bring media on site for the first two events if there are no fans on site, or do you come up with some alternative ways to conduct your pre-tournament press conferences, your post-round interviews? How many staff should be on site? There's so much that's going to go into putting these events together and maintaining the safety of everybody involved. And we're deep in the middle of all of those different contingency plans. And just because, let's just say we go through the first four events with no fans scheduled, and then we return, with fans at a couple, doesn't mean that then all the tournaments are going to have fans. What happens in Memphis is different than what's happening in Boston and Atlanta and all the different markets where we play. So each tournament, has to be looked at individually, and you're going to carry over some of the best practices from one tournament to the next. But it's fascinating to kind of go through the process and figure out every little detail as far as what the experience is for volunteers, for players, for caddies, for support staff, families, everybody involved as part of the travel and circus.
You have in the schedule we have a major the week before the Ryder Cup, don't we?
Yes,
that's a
U.S. Open.
Wow,
U.S. Open Ryder Cup. Yeah.
That's crazy, huh?
If when we get to the fall, and this isn't just for golf. I mean, we're still waiting to hear back from other sports as well, but it is going to be a dynamic fall for sports.
Well, it seems. I'll tell you something else too, Chris. It surprises me. I understand in the stadiums and arenas the necessity to play without fans, but my God, golf courses are played in acres and acres of wide open spaces, and people could certainly be aware. Now, maybe you limit the number of people. I can't imagine. Dan said this yesterday. Until he did, I hadn't thought of it. That means good point for him. The thought of a Ryder Cup without fans doesn't even. That seems a lot more, a lot different than just a tour event without fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fans make the Ryder Cup, in my opinion. I mean, and
there's certainly more than obviously any other tournament because there are no other tournaments that are team play.
Right.
There is a home field advantage in the Ryder Cup.
You lose that without fans. Yeah,
of
you
course.
don't. Yeah.
Of course. And so I think it does play more of a role than other events do, for sure. But it's also, if you look at the imagery and the footage of past Ryder Cups, how close those fans are together. What are the precautions you can take to depending on where we are in this new kind of world where we are in that time frame. What are the precautions you take to make people to ensure their safety, and then that's going to be interesting to follow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Rhymes, how's Princess Party Pants doing?
She's. I tell you what, I'm really happy that I'm going through this process with kids that are older because they just get up, they go to their computers, they knock it out, they're working out, they're all done with school by 11 a.m.
That doesn't seem to happen in the Hickett household, perhaps.
No. maybe more than Ryan.
I don't know. You should be proud of them. That's wonderful because
do it, man.
Hey, is your English done?
Oh, there's plenty of that.
I'll get to it. Why is there a 0 in such and such? I haven't turned it in. It's due later.
quickly.
I miss the teachers.
The people that you miss talking to, and you miss your friends.
Yeah.
And then also the people that you just can't stand. I don't want to be around these people anymore.
Oh, my gosh. All right, brother. Well, we love you. Thanks for the time.
Love you too, guys.
And I don't care what anybody says. It's one of my favorite segments. It's Brunch with the Tour with Chris Reimer.
Well, now that I've been beaten, I'll join the other candidates that have been beaten, and I'll support Tony Baselli through thick and thin. Unless he's going up against Beef.
There you go.
I got your back, Beef.
Thank you, brother.
See you, buddy.
All right.
All right, there he goes. Play him out of here. This is the drill.
How's Beef's match going?
More draft talk right now. Let me check.
It's a tough one. It's Friday 5-pack against Beef's drop-ins.
A couple heavyweights. One more literal than the other.
Beef has a nice little lead right now. Beef is up 58.7 to 41.3.
I'm not ready to declare. I'm going to call
Friday
that
5-pack. Huh?
You should be good as long as Baselli doesn't have everyone tweet in for Friday 5-pack.
Which he probably will.
Which led him to victory over Robo Tiger. But anyway, I'm sad we more than lost to Robo Tiger.
Dan Songs against Get Smart John and
Breakfast with Baselli against,
maybe against
Beef.
Beef's Quips and Drop-ins or the Friday 5-pack. That's what we've got when all this shakes out.
We'll be back with more next. It's the CPR Contracting Wednesday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Could someone talk to me? When I'm driving, I got a guy on the radio who talks to me. I can't see him, but he talks to me.
1010XL.
My name is Janice. I'm a client of Brett Hastings. Brett is the most brilliant, diligent, hardworking attorney I have ever met. He is truly dedicated to his clients and fights for them to the very end. Brett fought hard to win a large personal injury lawsuit for me. They are the very best legal team I have ever met. I would hire them again in a heartbeat.
Learn more at justiceforjacksonville.com. Law offices of Brett Hastings, where the injured find justice.
If your facility and equipment play a big part in making your company successful, it makes sense to choose the right partner to help preserve it. Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Whether your project requires sandblasting, specialty coatings, or waterproofing, we can help. Our team takes pride in solving the most difficult corrosion and coatings challenges, and we do it with safety as our highest priority. Performance Painting, quality coatings, applied with pride.
Performance Painting! Hey folks, Rick Ballou for the Blue Crab Crab House, where takeout is now available Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 till 10. Sunday it all begins at 12:30. Just give them a call, 260-CRAB, 260-2722 for the best seafood in Jacksonville. Why would you consider going anywhere else? Call them today. It's the Blue Crab Crab House, 260-2722, Julington Creek Road in San Jose. So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
The deadline to apply is June 19th. Go to etajax.org to apply before June 19th. That's etajax.org.
While we're all spending more time around the house, it's a good time to have your family help update your home inventory checklist. Available online now at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
At CDW, we get modern servers need to be flexible,
scalable, and predictable. I predicted you'd say that.
Okay, what will I say next?
Probably something about server security.
Impressive and freaky. CDW can implement secure Hewlett-Packard Enterprise Gen 10 servers that improve speed and performance while reducing
costs. See, predictable.
IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it.
I predict a web address.
CDW.com/HPE.
I'm in your mind, man.
Your home's plumbing isn't a, quote, little luxury. It's essential for your home and your well-being. Prosser here to let you know Fenwick's plumbing pros remain on call, staffed, and here to help. Fenwick is more than your neighborhood's local plumbing team. They're your neighbors also. Fenwick is an essential, locally owned and operated business ready to manage all your home plumbing repairs with the same care you've trusted for over 50 years, even in these times. That care will include frequent hand washing, disinfectant on surfaces and tools, gloves when available, plus these famous booties and drop cloths. Call now, in an hour, anytime, and you'll speak directly with an award-winning Fenwick customer service rep based right here in Jacksonville. Plus, you get $50 off any repair when you call now. Just one more way Fenwick keeps you comfortably and comfort simple. Always. For $50 off your next repair, mention me, Jeff, when you call 660-0556 or visit FenwickPlumbing.com.
Get inside the Gators with the Florida Gator Report with Lauren Brooks.
Go, Gators!
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts.
A big win for the Florida Gators.
Get your Gators on 1010XL.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call now for your free evaluation and see if multi-unit hair grafting or PRP can restore your hair. Call 904-777-IHRS.
My bald spots are gone. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS is the only clinic in the Southeast to offer all proven solutions to restore your hair and is now offering multi-unit hair grafting. One procedure, more hair.
You've got nothing to lose but more hair. I feel younger, I look younger, and who doesn't want to feel better about themselves?
This year, grow your hair back. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-4477.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Eli Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Our legal team can help you understand your options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
Oh, it's going on right now. Perhaps Cinderella Beef has a shot at the Final Four. Barbs are being traded all over now on Twitter.
I mean, this is just sad.
Robert has tweeted in, Friday 5-pack puts dollars in our pockets. Well, except for last season. Let's get it to the Final Four. It's the least we can do to say thanks. Well, Bobby, I appreciate that. However, Tony Baselli, who's defeated Robo Tiger and perhaps the upset, almost, I don't want to, dare I say, one of the biggest upsets, I think, of the tournament, says, let's support the Friday 5-pack. This beef guy is a loser. Wow. So it is on. Baselli and Beef are on the same side of the bracket, so they would face off tomorrow. Our other national semifinal matchup is set with Dan Songs against Get Smart John. I'll just throw it up there and let you guys decide. It's fine with me.
I can't believe an
Beef
almost Hall of Famer is campaigning actively against me.
Beef with a comfortable lead right now, 60% to 40, 60.7 to 39.3. So well done. You're having a big day today, young man. Big day.
Not big enough, as my son lost. My firstborn, Robo Tiger.
Your firstborn had a funny moment last night. Tell people.
Are you talking about my actual son, my human son?
Yeah, your actual son.
So last night, the baby is at the point where she's starting to eat food, table food and whatnot. So when she goes to the daycare during the day, they give her things, and they gave her some pita bread yesterday.
Okay.
Which is a big move. That's big. That's a lot to chew on when you only have like the 4 teeth.
Right.
She's got the 2 in the front, on the top, and the 2 on the bottom are sort of starting to poke through as well.
Okay.
So she's limited.
All right.
In the tooth game. And she's working on the pita bread. And my wife said to me, she said, I can't believe she's eating pita bread. And the boy chimes in quickly, realizing he spotted an error, and it's his chance to flex his intellect.
Yes.
Says, Mom, It's called Peter bread, like Peter Parker. Thank you, son. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. Peter.
Spelled it right out there for him.
P-E-T-E-R.
Hey,
Peter
former
bread.
NFL wide receiver and Gator, Percy Harvin, is telling Josina Anderson he wants back in. He's not played since 2016. Had a lot of injuries throughout his career. Wants to return to the NFL. I thought I was done, but the itch has come back. Turns 32 this year. Next month, in fact. Retired for a second time in March 2017 after playing in 2 games with the Bills. His agent said he was done. He's been training with a former Olympian. He weighs 185 pounds. I'm ready to join any offense that'll just let me go. My body is feeling good. Mentally, I'm better. My family is good. The timing is right. Harvin's playing time was limited in 2016, but Percy Harvin is interested in making a comeback. He's not.
This doesn't move the needle for me one bit.
He's not old. He's not young. I don't know what level he would play at. They usually say if you miss, 17, 18, and 19. And he only played in 2 games in 16.
And he had not done anything for the last 2 or 3 years of
his last big year was, 2000, really, 12, 11. Right?
That's what I mean. This is a hard man.
Yeah.
So somebody will probably give him a shot. I do find it curious and wonder if it's not just a coincidence that, some of your documented weed smokers are decided it's time to come back into the league. I mean, we're 2 for 2 in the last 2 days with Gronk and Percy Harvin, and I'm not being even mean here. These are like well-admitted weed smokers.
Yeah.
And that policy has changed in the NFL, that it's not as constrictive as it was at one point.
See Rob Gronkowski.
That's what I mean. Gronk and Harvin both back to back. So I would expect both Matt Jones and Reggie Williams to be making a return soon, and maybe even Justin Blackman. I
was thinking about this the other day, by the way. Opportunity knocking. You got to bust down the door. Byron Leftwich. There's a head coaching job out there for you, Chief. You just got to get.
Maybe it's here.
You just got to get. You just got to get the Bucks through here with Brady and Gronk and those receivers, Godwin and those guys. Man, oh man, Evans. I mean, what a great opportunity for a guy like Byron Leftwich, who's the offensive coordinator of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and has been well thought of. Bruce Arians has kind of mentored him in a lot of ways. He's been with Bruce, right? Wasn't he with him out in Arizona, if I'm not mistaken? And has worked his way up from like a volunteer coaching position to a quarterback coach to an offensive coordinator. Byron Leftwich has a real opportunity to turn this thing into a head coaching job. If I were Byron Leftwich, man, and the Bucks, you can get the Bucks to 12-4. Byron Leftwich gets a lot of NFL interviews next year, I think. So a great opportunity for him, I would suspect. And just
would Leftwich have been okay if he not gotten lower body injured?
I don't know. He was always had that funky long motion. Didn't we one time during TV do the frame and from where they held the ball to where they threw was the same as Marino, or am I mixing that up with someone else?
No, I think that was correct.
Right? I mean, it looked long and loopy, but he got it out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Only a 58% complete career passer. Did throw for 10,500 yards and 58-42 touchdown to pick, but a passer rating of under 80. Now, back then, 78.9 was not what 78.9 today gets you 31st in the league. 78.9 then probably got you 20.
He was on some good, 5-8, 8-6, 8-3. It's and this is why. And again, Gardner's only a rookie, so it's unfair. But Leftwich won 5 his rookie year. We were all excited too.
Yeah.
5 and 6 is the same as 6 and 6, basically.
Pretty much. What were his stats? What were his touchdowns to picks and his passer rate and completion percentage?
Threw for 2,800. Not as good. 14 and 16.
Yeah.
And his rating was 73. But it went up to 82 the next year, and then it went up to 89 the year after that.
Then he got hurt. He got into a thing with Jack and Garrard. Was just steady as she goes.
3, 4, and 5.
Knocking on the door.
2003, 2004, 2005, he was 8-3 as a starter, man. And then 2006, he was 3-3, and then in 2007, he was gone. So lasted 4 years here. But Byron Leftwich,
Byron did have one incredible.
Never threw for more than 15 touchdowns.
He had an incredible take-your-ball-and-go-home moment. It rivals anything other than Jalen Ramsey pretending like he was hurt. But Byron found out that he was not going to be the starter, so he just went to the doctor and got foot surgery.
Yeah.
Remember? Didn't bother telling anyone or clearing that with the team.
The old cranky ankle?
But, it was to the point that they believed in Byron enough that Byron got hurt, and David Garrard came in 2005 and played really, really well, and the team made the playoffs. And I can remember thinking, why would you not continue to ride with Garrard because Leftwich literally had not played at all since the middle of the year because of an injury.
Yeah.
And they brought him back and started him at New England. He played terrible there, and I never felt like he was really the same much after that. And I know why they did it. They did it because they didn't expect to win. They thought Leftwich was their future. Let's get him a playoff start and, kind of soak up the environment. But maybe if Garrard gets that start in 2007, we could have had some magic. Who knows?
Never know. All right, we're up against the 9 o'clock hour. We'll come back, continue the drill bit bracket challenge. We got to make some gambling bets.
Oh, we do?
On the draft
well,
for tomorrow
I like
night.
to do that. And we'll also see what's trending next hour. That's still ahead.
So we got a good couple of things coming up here in the 9 o'clock hour.
It's a CPR Contracting Wednesday here on the Drill. CPR Contracting, local, licensed, bonded, drug-free, and experts in all concrete projects and issues. And when things go bad, you go to CPR Contracting. Check them out online, cprcontracting.com.
The 1010XL studios are kept clean by Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.